Okay, take two. Hopefully somebody comes on and it shows that I'm actually live. Well, this is interesting. Okay, I see somebody. Please say hi. Hi, Robin. Okay, you guys, I really thought that it wasn't going to go live. It did the same thing that it did last week, where I was live, but nobody could see me. Hi. Robin, I'm so happy to see you. Carla, hi. So anyhow, I'm sitting there, but this time I only let it go on for like a minute and a half. And when I didn't see anybody come on, I thought, I think Facebook is doing its thing again. So I got out, come back in, and we're on. So today, you guys, we are going to talk about stamps. Yeah, not the kind that you put on letters, but these kinds. Now, I promised you guys a confession. And I'm going to tell you, but I'm wondering if anybody can guess what my confession is. Anybody? I know that there is a delay, so while I open this stuff up, I'm going to let you guys guess. If I can open this stuff up. Apparently I did not eat my Wheaties this morning. You probably do, Carla. It's not fair for you to guess. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. All right. Carla. Yes, friends, my confession to all of you is that I have yet to use stamps. And you know, I had decided I was going to do stamps last week. So really, I was thinking all week, gosh, you know, maybe I should play with them because I've seen people use them. I've used smaller, different stamps. I just haven't used these clearly aligned stamps. And so I really thought I was going to practice all week so I didn't look silly. And then I thought to myself, you are always telling people to just go for it and just do it. And so I thought, well, you know, it's better to practice what you preach. And if I can do this, you guys, you can do this, right? So I'm going to do stamps. You guys are going to do them with me. You're going to see how easy they are because I'm going to show you, even though I've not used them. And it's going to be a win-win for everybody. So today, since you guys know I have kind of a small area, we are going to be doing these paper bags. Number one, because I'm always preaching, and any of you guys who have been my students know I'm always preaching sample board. So today we're going to do a sample bag. Now, you can use these stamps for so much. Yes, furniture, obviously. Jewelry boxes, crafting. Instead of spending $7 on a cute gift bag, you can make one. Stamps and some transfers on there, and it's adorable. These are also food safe, you guys. So if you are a baker and you want to do stamping on your cakes with letters or some of the things I'll show you today, you can do that. Just don't do it. If you're going to use these for furniture, don't use them and then decide, oh, I think I'm going to use it on my cake, because just don't do that. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't recommend it. So today we are going to use my two favorites that I ordered extra of so that I could have one. So we're going to be using Bohemian Dreamer. There we go. And we're going to be using the French Laurels. And the whole reason I like this is this little guy in the middle. So if you will notice, for those of you who have these, maybe you guys have the old ones, which they're the exact same stamps themselves. But they now come on this backing. Can you see these little lines? So it's not only a grid, but it's also circles. Okay, so the first one we're going to work with, stay there. The first one we're going to work with is this one because I just think it is so, so adorable. Hi, Kara. And I think, let me see here, because there's a couple of things I want to show you. So, okay. Let's look at the big one before I decide on the small one. So did you guys know, while I'm doing this, did you know that you can use so many different mediums on these? You can use like the ink pads, which I'm going to show you today. And the reason I'm doing those is because so many people say, I don't know how to use the ink pads. I got you. You can use our new acrylic sheens, and I'll open this up to show you. You can use paint. You can use chalk paste. There's just so many. You can use whatever you want on them. Now, I know somebody is probably going to ask, can I use like a gilding wax or something like that? Well, you can. It just makes them a lot harder to clean. So each one of these is going to come with 2 plastics, okay? A top and a bottom. When you guys use these, after you clean them, put them back in here. And then if you have like one of those little tubs that has a lid, I would store them in there, because if you have a studio where you're doing sanding and stuff like that, these are really, really good until they get dust on them, and then you have to clean them off because they just aren't as crisp and they won't stick if there's dust on the sticky side. So I'm going to start with this one, and this just comes off. I'm so excited. I put the wrong side off. All right. Oh, exciting. And I'm going to show you guys how to use these little grid things too, because they're actually really neat. And I wouldn't have thought how to use them, but I watched a video yesterday, and it's really funny because I watched this video yesterday in our retailer group, and I already had this all planned out, and she was doing the exact same thing that I was planning on doing today. So I was like, oh yeah, thank you. So I'm getting these off of here because I want to show you this grid. I'm not a very good liner upper, so that is why the grid is going to be amazing for someone like me. Alright, so that's better. You can see it, maybe. Yeah, over here. Okay, so you see how they have the little grid lines and stuff? These are going to be super handy for you. I am doing the elephant. That's why I changed over to the big bag. It's so cute. So these are super, super handy. There's a lot of stamps that have like sayings. There's a lot of stamps that are individual letters and numbers. This is going to help you keep everything lined up. So I just want to show you these up close. Okay, so they're really flexible, which means that you can do them around round containers. So if you want to do like planners, you want to do tumblers, whatever is round, you can totally do that. So I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to tilt you guys down here in just a second. I'm going to push you back and tilt you down. But I think I want... I don't want to go too big, but I want to show you guys a repeating pattern, so I guess we're going to go with this one. And we're not going to do anything special, like I don't have anything beautiful to make here. I'm just showing you guys how to use them. Okay, so this is this, and this is the little ink pad. So the cool thing about these is that the tops are magnetic, so you don't have to worry about it falling off, drying out. They stack, so if you have different colors, they stack and they're magnetic, so they all stick together. And this one is just super brand new, but it comes with this little plastic thing. And it says do not discard. Save it because you're going to put it back on there. Now, if you can see, that's just a little bit higher than the rest of it. Now I'm going to tilt you guys down so you guys can watch what I do. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to move this here because I don't want to on the bag. On the black so you guys can see. So you can see I'm just rubbing this on here. Now here's the thing, and I'm going to show you guys a roller too. So this is with the ink pad, and you just pick it up, and it's got the ink on it. Let me get this out of the way, and you're just going to line it up. Now the cool thing about these is that they're see-through, okay? And then you can still see your design, and the design is in pink. So what that does is it allows you to line them up really well when you're doing this repeating pattern. So when you put it on, you're going to set it on there, and you're going to push it down. Now listen, friends, this is not like doing a transfer. You are not going to burnish it really, really hard, okay? Because if you do, it's not going to be nice and crisp. You just have to apply even pressure. And I'm just going to take a little look. Because again, this is me. This is my first time. I probably didn't get enough ink on it, but that's okay. And you can see it. So now I'm going to do more ink. I'm going to do more this time because, you know, this is my first too. You guys are right here with me. If I'm willing to do it in front of you guys, then y'all ought to be willing to do things in your garage when nobody's watching. Am I right? All right, so here's another one. Now, when I line this one up, I could have been a little bit... Probably should have chosen black ink, but that's all right. I have the most white ones, that's why. Okay, so I'm just pushing down. I'm not like rubbing it around. I'm not moving it. I'm just kind of pushing it down just to make sure that it is nice. All right, let's look at this one, you guys. Oh yeah, that's way better. I am getting better at this by the minute. Okay, so we're going to do one more. So I'm just rubbing it on. All the way to the end. Okay, one more. It's white. And I'm actually going to put it, oh no, I'm not. I should have saved me ink. I forgot that it doesn't go all the way. And we're pushing down. So that's how you can do that. Now, in addition to inks, you can use any other medium you want. Oh, the last one is the best one. See, you guys, it just takes a little bit of practice. So I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to cover this real quick because I don't want it to dry out. Now, what if you have had it for a long time and it dries out? We have refills. See, lid is on. So, let's do, that's what I've been waiting for. Okay, so this is the elephant. Isn't he adorable? Like, Prima really knocked it out of the ballpark this time. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I have the box. So this is what I'm going to use, okay? It is the little Prima rollers by Redesign. This is what they look like. They're really kind of thin, which is great because they don't overload. And they come with 4 of these foams and the handle, and then this a little acrylic plate, which I have now gotten dust on, but that's all right. So you can just pour a little tiny bit of your paint onto this and use this as a roller. When you do this, you want to make sure that you're getting it nice and even. You don't need a whole lot of paint. You don't want a whole lot of paint, because if you do, it's going to run over the edges of these and it's not going to be nice and crisp. Okay? So I'm going to open up our new sheen. This one is called Blush Chrome. And I showed you guys all of these just real quick last week. My goodness, there were so many products, just showing them really fast. The ink is, yes, water soluble. Also, these acrylics are as well. And they do not need, because they're acrylic, they do not need a sealer. Now, I just want to show you how beautiful this is. They come with this little cap doohickey so that you can put it in there and it doesn't get your lid all gross. Let's see. I'm afraid I'm going to pour it out, you guys. But it's like liquid rose in a jar. So I'm just going to pour a little bit. That's probably, honestly, too much. I probably got too much, but that's all right. And you want it kind of even on here. So you go back and forth until it gets on here nice and even. There we go, guys. Yeah, I don't think that it's got a whole lot of extra on there, so I just used it to roll. And I'm going to move this here, and I can just roll it on. Now you're not going to push really hard, okay? Because if you do, you are going to squish this paint right out of it, okay? And it's going to make a mess. Now, when I do this, something I learned yesterday, because I haven't used this one, well, y'all know my confession, I haven't used any of them until today. This one comes like distressed. It stamps distressed. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I got it on there. Okay. And I have a husky, so I had to make sure and get the hair off. Yes, okay, yeah. And I'm just going to put this where I want it to go. And you're just going to push. And you're just going to push on all of the colored parts. Now they make little acrylic blocks with handles on them. And you don't really need those. I know lots of people who use these a lot and they don't use those at all, which is great. All right, shall we take a look? I just can't wait to see this. Oh, it's not showing up really good on this color. Let's see. As long as the elephant comes out good, I'm happy. Yeah, it's warm today and it's already drying on there. All right. I want the elephant. So I'm going to pour a little bit more over here. Actually, it's not as warm today as it is dry and windy. Oh my gosh. We are so windy here today. Okay, everybody, close your eyes really quick. You don't see me redoing this. It's so cute, though. All right. What? I didn't do anything. So hard to see because of the color, darn it. I should grab some colored paint. Yeah, you guys aren't even going to be able to see it because of the color it is. Alright, we're going to try it one more time. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to use a different color, and I'm going to use a color of paint. It's stuck down on my stamps. Oh boy. Yeah. Alright, we're going to do it again. I bet if I did it on something dark. Gosh, look at how beautiful this metallic is. Gorgeous. There's one called Rare Aqua. That's the one I want. Alright, so here we go again. Where are you? Over here. We're going to flip this over. And we're just going to keep doing this until it works. Okay, so I actually made a mistake right now. And which is a good thing because I want to show you guys if I can. So the reason you only do it on the raised parts and don't get it down in there, like when you're pushing. See how I got it down in there? So if I was to get all crazy and really push and rub, it would ruin my design. So here we go again. So, since this is my first time actually using them, a lot of you may be wondering if I would use them again. And I think the answer is yes. Like, I'm not a real stamp person. I never have been. So I haven't really had the desire. But because you can layer these with like transfers and stencils, I saw a really, really cool bed by Apple Blossom Way, Chelsea. And she just used these all over, including this guy, which is, I think he's just so cute. Oh, yes, I am getting better. I am getting so much better, you guys. Haha. Can you see him? Look how cute that is. How adorable. So all it does is take a little bit of practice. And if I can do this, you guys can do this too. All right. So there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys. So I told you, I'm going to set this aside. So to clean these, you guys, Carla says, I used the stamps on my huge clock and it was really good. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many uses for these. These are one of those really good bang for your buck type products because you can just do so many different things with them. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the sheen back up just because I don't want it to dry out. And now I have it all over my hands. Anyhow, there's a Rare Aqua sheen. Oh, I should have grabbed that one. It is gorgeous. And I'm going to grab the other stamp. So give me your grace for just a minute while I get this stuff out of my way so I can grab the other one because it is really cute. And I want to show you something too that might be a little trick that I thought of like literally 5 minutes before I went live. And I do this little trick when I'm cutting out pieces of transfer, and I think it would work really, really well for lining these stamps up. So I'm almost done, and then I can swap them over. I'm going to say I'm missing one, but it's right here. Darn it. Now it wants to stamp everywhere. Okay, so I have this one back on my little sheet, and I'm gonna grab this one. So this is the little bee one, if you can see it. Yeah, that is such a great idea. Kara uses them on drawer sides. I mean, there's just, the possibilities are endless, friends. I mean, you don't even have to be a furniture person to use these. You can use them on so many different things. So I'm going to move that out of my way. So the one thing I wanted to show you guys is on this grid. So it's got a center area right here. And then it's got these circles and it's got grid lines. So really, you can center things, but you can also make things go around. And I guess I probably didn't choose a very good one for this because I didn't realize that they were all. But I am going to use this. So I want it perfectly in the center, right? So I want to use this and I can see through it. And I'm using this to line up my stamp around the center. And I'm going to do this on a small bag because I want to talk about an idea I had earlier. It's really hard to do it when you guys, when I have it this way and I can't look down at it. Okay, I think that's good. And I'm going to do the little bee because, just because. I'm going to put him right on the center. So you get these words, or in this case, these wreaths, these laurels. But sometimes you get, you want to do like words, and you want them to be evenly spaced. You want them to be straight, and you want them to be in the center of whatever it is you're doing. Now, let me see. He's not very straight. There, he's straighter. So I'm using these lines because I can see through these. And I'm going to use one of these small bags. Now, you can also measure with these, okay? They're in 1/2 inch. And then the numbers are along the edges here. So, this bag is, I'm going to measure it right now. Eight inches. So if I divide that by 2, I get 4 inches. This is 12. So 12 minus 8. So I'm going to have 2 inches on each side left over. Like this. Now really, if you didn't want to have to do that math, you could use a dry erase marker and mark this. Then you don't have to sit here and go like this, because when we get ready to do this, we're going to be flipping it over, okay? So if you used dry erase marker to put the lines, then it would be a lot faster for you to line it up. But we're going to do it like this, and I kind of want it up there. All right, so I think we're going to do the white. I'm going to take off this little protective coating. Make sure I get it everywhere I want it to be. Cute, cute little bees. I think bees are going to be in again this year. And I think lemons are going to be in. I don't know what you guys think. You guys think lemons are going to be in? Or bees? Bees are always popular anymore. So let me get that off of there. All right, so I know that I want this line, and if I had my dry erase, I would mark that. It would make it super easy, but I do not because I thought about that earlier. See, and I can just turn this over, lay it down. Oh, Carla says both. Kara says bees are super popular where she's at. And so you're just going to push, push, push. Make sure you get it down everywhere you can. Just make sure that you're pushing on the pink parts and not the parts in between the pink parts. Because if you made a mistake like I did on the other one and get your paint or whatever you're using in those clear areas and then you push down on it, that is also going to be transferred to your project. And so it might not look so good. All right, you guys. I think we might be good. I'm going to take a peek. Oh, you guys, it's so cute. All right, let me take I'm getting all excited over a stamp. Oh, you guys. All right, hopefully the bee is as good as what I've just seen. Okay, you guys ready? You guys, how cute is that? It's so cute, and it's perfectly centered because I used the new grid lines and the new little round thing on there. I don't know what grid lines and circles are called, but you get the idea. But look how cute that is. Now I could leave it like this, or you could even take some like transfer scraps and put that on there. This would make such a cute, cute gift bag. So adorable. So that is that. All right, so I'm gonna lift this back up. So yeah, I'm so proud of this one. This is my best stamp ever. No problem, Janie. Thanks for coming. She just said she has to go, but she needs one with the grids. So yeah, this is my first stamping experience. If I can do it on a Facebook Live, you guys can do it in your garage or your studio or your dining room or your craft room or wherever it is. Hi, Alicia. Thank you. So anyhow, I'm going to let you guys answer any questions. Is the grid sold separately? No. Nope. It actually comes on in the package, I guess, is the best way to put it. So on one side of your stamps is a clear, and then on the other side is the grid, and they're sandwiched in there. Make sure that when you're finished with these, you do clean them, okay? They're never gonna look as good as the second you pull them from the package. And that's okay, because they still work really great. I am so happy about my bee. Yeah, the grids, Alicia says she loves the grids. They're really kind of a game changer. And another thing I really, really like about these is that, you know, with this little guy right here, it's all sticking together. This little guy right here, if I wanted this to be bigger, then I have these individual pieces. So really, I guess one of the things that I was kind of against with stamps before, I won't say against, but didn't make me really excited to use them, was that you would get a stamp and it was just the same stamp. Like it was just one piece. It was take it or leave it. Now they're making stamps that come in all these different pieces. So, you know, you can use a little piece of this and maybe a little piece of that one. And it just doesn't make it look like everything is the same. Which is why you guys know I cut up transfers. I don't put them on whole because I don't want my piece to look like everybody else's. I want them to be different. So, just as a recap, stamps acrylic, acrylic paint. Stamps, food safe until you use them for something for craft stuff. You can use them on cakes. You can use them on glass, plastic, metals, drawer sides, the outsides of your furniture, jewelry boxes, gift bags, gift wrap. Like you could just get plain brown wrap and do stamps on it. Super cute. All kinds of things that you can do with them. You can use all kinds of things on them. You can use paints. You can use inks, permanent and semi-permanent. You can use metallics. You can use, there's chalk paste. There's all kinds of things that you can use on them. Keep them in the package when you're not using them because you don't want them to get dusty. If they get dusty, you can just rinse them off really quick. Let them dry and then they'll be sticky again. When you're finished with them, make sure you clean them off. Again, you can just soap and water. You can use like a kid's, if they get really bad, like really dusty, a lot of debris on the sticky side, you can use one of those like kids' soft toothbrushes. These are really, really great for, you know, large surface painting, obviously, but for these stamps, you just roll, roll, roll on, and they're really great. And I think that's it. Easy to do. So I promised you guys a little freebie thing, and what that is for the weekend, any orders that have 2 stamps on them, I'm going to send you a mystery ink for free. Because I don't want you to get the stamps and then not have anything to try them with. So I have like 4 colors of these in stock. And I'll just throw one in for you. I'll close my eyes and reach in and that's what you'll get. So you'll get one of these for free. Any size order as long as it has 2 of these. Any 2 stamps. The link I gave you is for the old stamps and the new stamps. So the old ones don't have the grid lines, just letting you know. They're all clearly aligned. All right? So I think that's it, you guys. I am so grateful that you guys have come again for Friday Fundamentals. Please remember that I take requests. So if you guys want to see something, maybe you want to have another Q&A session, something particular you want to see, just shoot me a message. Leave it in a comment. I will take note. Someone wanted brushes. We did one on brushes. I mean, that's just the way it is. So we will see you next Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, where I am every week. If you're just tuning in now, I will have the replay up on my page in just a few minutes. If you want to see all of them because you've missed some in the past, just go to the videos tab at the top of the page, click on videos, and they're all right there. And each one has a description saying what it is. All right, you guys, so have a very good weekend. I appreciate you guys showing up, and we'll see you next week.